Hi, I'm Nick D'Agostino, this is Pat Flynn for IWokeUpToday.com, and today we're going to be talking about the Transcontinental Railroad. Choo-choo! The Transcontinental Railroad was erected in 1869, and it was one strip of railroad that connected New York City to San Francisco. Now, before it was erected, in the 1860s and beforehand, if you wanted to go from New York to San Francisco, it could take as long as 6 months, and it was incredibly dangerous because the west part of the country was pretty much brand new, and nobody has really settled there, and it wasn't really civilized the way the eastern part of the country was. It was such an arduous trip that some people opted to sail down through the tip of South America up into California. It made more sense to do that than to actually travel across the country. Traveling across the country on the railroad only took 6 days, and it allowed for huge amounts of goods to be sent from the eastern part of the country out into the western. The railroad was built mainly by two companies, the Central Pacific and the Union Pacific companies, but right from the very beginning, it was a governmentally funded project. During the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln decided that there needed to be a better way for people to get to California. In 1850, there was a massive gold rush in California, and people from the east rushed out to the west. Abraham Lincoln said, hey, California, it's a brand new state. I want my people to be able to get out there quicker and easier. The track itself was built by Chinese and Irish immigrants who weren't paid as much as they probably should have been and worked incredibly long hours. It said that in one day, as much as 10 miles of track would be laid down by these workers, which is a huge, massive amount of space. So in 1870, a first-class ticket from New York City to San Francisco costed $136. All in all, the total track laid down was 1,776 miles of track. Hundreds of miles of the track are still in use today, most notably in the canyons of Utah. The final bit of track was laid down on Promontory Summit, Utah in 1869, and it was a massive celebration, and all the owners of the railroad and of the railroad companies who put it together all traveled out to Utah to watch it be kind of enacted, the very first part of it. And they actually drove in the final bits of the railroad with a gold stake. Bits of this historic railroad track were actually torn up, though. This little bit of it was torn up in 1942 to help with the war effort, but that gold stake still exists. I hope you enjoyed this video on the Transcontinental Railroad. We thought it was a pretty interesting topic when we came across it. We were like one of the first countries to build a railroad that big that connected the entire country, and we were really proud of that. And once again, Abraham Lincoln with the score. So thanks. If you enjoyed this video, please read up a little bit more about the Transcontinental Railroad. Travel to Utah. Ride on a little bit. Next time you're taking the subway, imagine what it would be like if you were traveling across the western prairies of a newly discovered land. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it on Facebook, email it out to your friends through your Hotmail account, send it out to the Twitter universe, and tell your friends about it. Thank you so much for everybody who comes and checks these videos every week. It means the world to myself and Pat, and we're really happy to do this, and we're happy that you let us do this. So thanks so much, and don't forget to learn you're human and learn about the Transcontinental Railroad. Thanks. Bye.